AP.
Sure. Hi guys, Kevin Morales, I'm streaming for the Associated Press. Just start out, general thoughts of the game.
Obviously so much respect for UConn and the program that they have become. Honestly, their staff has been really, really good to me through the years. But we really we're confident that if we executed the game plan, we were going to win. And with that, I say that with great respect. But I really believe in what this team is building. And I didn't think we played our best basketball. We definitely had some moments that we really need to clean up. But really proud of this next step and who we're becoming.
Do either of you want to add anything?
I thought we were extremely well prepared for this game. I thought our scout was great. Coach Tony and Coach Chance did a great job. And I thought we came in and we executed really well.
What was the game plan coming in?
Well, we had a lot of different pieces of it, but the biggest thing was we needed to do a great job of taking away their backdoor cuts and their transition offense. That it started there. And then we really needed to defensive rebound, and we needed to play off certain personnel people to give help on the inside. We needed to limit the touches we thought that Aaliyah and Paige were going to get theirs, but we needed to limit everybody else, and we had to control possessions. And we did that. I didn't think we did. What we wanted to do is get some post-ups for some other people besides Lauren Betts, because we knew they were going to game plan for that. I think we could get better from that angle. I don't think we did that as well as we could, but we made some good steps.
We had these big runs in this game. I think it opened on a 10-0 run, and then in the second half there's a 13-0 run. What was happening during those periods where you guys were able to hit on all cylinders and stop them at the same time?
We were rebounding. I mean, Pam just told me the statistics of where we were rebounding-wise in those runs, and that was the biggest indicator, is how we rebounded the ball. I think, the other piece of that is we played with teamwork. It wasn't one-on-one, not on defense or on offense. And when we got sort of chaotic and one-on-one, that's when they made their run, and that's where we turned the ball over. So those were the pivotal pieces that led to runs either direction.
Thank you.
You can keep going. Wi-Fi seems to have crashed.
Oh, got it.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, and then I heard you guys mentioning it when you walked in. Is this your first triple-double?
No, I didn't have a triple-double.
She was 2 assists short.
Or two, you're right.
2 assists
double-double.
short.
Right, 2 assists short. Have you had one before?
I've had a double-double.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
She's not new to this.
Sorry?
I said she's not new to that.
She's not new to that. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. And I guess the only reason I was going to ask is just, what were you seeing out there that you were able to have, such a successful day?
Yeah, I just felt confident coming into the game. I thought that was going to be a big thing for me. They were going under the screens. I felt like I put in a lot of work on my shot to shoot behind that, just knock down the open three and make threes on defense. And I came out confident and aggressive. And I also thought, everyone was moving really well around me. So it created, our posts at really good screens to get me open. All the other guards moved well for open threes, and I thought we did a great job, and everyone kind of played off each other really well.
And just transitioning off of that, I think you had 6 threes today, was that correct?
Yeah,
6 for 10.
6 for 10.
How were you, what were you thinking, what was going through your mind? How were you feeling out there?
I was feeling good. I think just focusing on my shot, I'm really confident in my 3-point shot, and I put, like Kiki, I put in a lot of work this offseason trying to get that more consistent, so just focusing on that.
They made some runs as well and cut it to 5 at the break. What did you say during halftime to make sure that you could come back and get back on track?
If they can tell you that I'm not exactly the motivational speaker on our staff, so it's definitely not the rah-rah. We did make a little bit of adjustment on our ball screen defense, but we talked about really making some personnel shifts and how we were going to play the ball screens, but really it was talking about defensive rebounding, that was what they were going to do to make their run. And and I just think that we're a mature enough team that they don't need a rah-rah. And I always laugh that when people ask me about what I said at halftime, well, then it must have really sucked before the game, because I just don't think it relies on those kinds of things. I think it means that we need cerebral, purposeful adjustments to be made, and I need a team that knows how to execute those. They don't need me to fire them up. If they need me to fire them up for this game, then we got bigger problems. But we are just on a journey to become our very best. And but I tell you, we are going to go as far as our guard play takes us. And I know Lauren Betts is a huge piece of what we're doing, but these guys control the game. And our other guards too, who I thought came in and made some really big decisions. I think Cam Brown is huge. I think Gabriela Jaquez made some big plays, for us. Just rebounding wise, and so I just think that there's a lot of people, and we have this phrase that we use all the time: sometimes you, sometimes me, always us. And that's the thing we always have to protect, and we always have to also have a quest that we want to get better. Like, tomorrow it's going to be the exact same focus. It's not going to be any different. And to the extent that these guards can lead us in that way, in the habits and the focus that it takes to become an elite championship program, that's how far we'll go.
I've got one from the Zoom from Sue Favor, Women Hoops World. She was asking how you prepared for this, and also was looking for your comments on Kiki's performance tonight.
Well, first of all, I need to, as Kiki already alluded to, Coach Tony wasn't with us on this trip, but he did a great job preparing the scouting report, along with Alex as well as Chance, and who helped on that, and just he's such a great basketball mind. He does such great preparation, and he's exactly where he should be with his family right now. But just want to give him a shout out. We miss him, but he did a great job getting us ready. The game plan was pretty simple, but you had to do it with consistency. We had to control rebounds. We needed to get inside touches. If we got defensive rebounds, we thought we could be effective in transition, and in fact we were. And we had to control possessions, and sometimes we had too many turnovers in that. But I do think our offensive rebounding was really, really key for us, in that we had 46% of the offensive misses. We got second opportunities, and that's a huge stat for us. So that was a big part of the game plan. But Kiki, I did see her really focused and before the game, and but I just think it's trusting in her work. And I think what you just saw is, the work done in the dark always eventually gets revealed in the light. And both of these guys in different ways have really put in the work in the dark. And now, they're prepared. And so this is not like a big lights moment. This is all the work they put in to get themselves ready for the moment.
Can you also comment on the mental toughness of the team you saw today?
Well, Riz just said to me a minute ago, I had so much fun out on the court as well as even on the bench. And I think that's why she had fun, is that there was a mental toughness, focus, togetherness. I asked the team what they were most proud of, and the first thing that Lauren said was everybody's refocus when something didn't go our way. And I think that's a really important piece. And that's when you start to see, we always say the tougher, more together team usually wins. And I think that's what she's seeing in our mental toughness, is that I do think over the course of the 40 minutes, we were the tougher, more together team.
Back to you, and we'll give a few minutes to get a few more questions from you.
Just kind of taking a step back, looking at the tournament as a whole, there's, I believe, 4 teams here in the top 10, ranked in the AP top 10. What's it like just to be part of an event that's got that kind of talent?
Well, I think it's just such a great barometer. We're in November still. Where are you? What are the kinks you need to clean up? And I didn't even think we played our best. I thought we played a B-level game, and that's both exciting and frustrating all at the same time. But that's why it's so valuable. And so, we had this in the Bahamas last year too, and I just thought it was such a springboard, because it gives you a realistic view of where you are in the journey, and everybody's hearts get a little softer and everybody's ears get a little bigger, and you're willing to go, oh, this got exposed, we got to deal with that. And win or lose, you just get an idea of where you are on the journey, and I think it's really important. So privileged to be a part of the field. Anyone else? Are we crashed?
We're still on. I will wait a few seconds. Isabel Gonzalez from CBS Sports. For a few games this season, you guys have started strong in the first quarter. Second quarter doesn't go quite as smoothly. Why do you think that is?
I would disagree. I think there's different situations for every. I'm proud that we've started well every game. But there's been different situations in every game, and I think we definitely have different things and challenges we have to respond to in every game. But I wouldn't agree that that's a trend I need to be worried about. I do want, before we also leave, I continue. People are like, how glad are you that Charisma came back? And it took a lot of courage for her to come back. And a lot of people can say whatever they want, but what she's doing is that she had unfinished business. And you show me a guard in the country that plays both ends at an elite level like her. and she can facilitate. She shoots the three. She attacks the basket. She's an elite defender, and boy, I think she's getting rewarded for her choice, and she's the one that's made it all happen. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna wait about 30 seconds here for anyone who has any questions left, and if not, we'll wrap it up here.
While we're waiting for that, man, excited for this team. Really want to challenge Southern California. You've got a great basketball, and even compliment to USC and what they're doing. I love what we're doing with our program, and get on board if you like women's basketball. You got pack out arenas. Show up for these women. They're an amazing story, and we got to build this game all the way from the grassroots level.
I've got a question for Corey, and then I'll have a follow-up for the players as well. Gavin Carlson, Daily Bruin. Could you speak about Paige Becker's performance tonight and just comment on her overall impact on the game?
Paige is a great player. I had an opportunity to coach her with the U19 World Cup in Thailand as an assistant coach, and she's an elite passer, an elite scorer. Really happy that she's healthy, but obviously she's a great player. But here's what we said is that, and I think I said this earlier, that they could get 20 apiece, and Aaliyah and her, we thought they were going to design most of the shots to come from them too. And then if we limited everybody else, we'd be okay. And that's exactly what happened. Now, it's a little more lopsided. Obviously, Paige had 31, but Aaliyah had 5, and we did those other things with the other people and made them play a little out of their comfort zone. So, I have the utmost respect for Paige. She works her butt off. She's a great player. She loves the game. She's a great leader. But I like our leaders pretty well, too.
Absolutely. One for Kiki. Obviously, you had a great performance tonight. You also had a moment where you maybe flexed at Paige a little bit. Can you talk about can you talk about the intensity, the and one? Can you talk about the intensity out there and the battle, the battle between you and UConn, obviously UCLA and UConn. But.
Yeah, no, Paige is an incredible player, and I think it's always fun to match up against other really great guards, and so it was a really exciting game. I thought it was fun. They had a lot of people here. Their crowd was cheering them on, and I just thought, I was excited having fun out there. So nothing personal. Obviously, she's a great player and really cool. We've actually worked out together a few times and stuff, so just really cool. But yeah, just
I'm gonna see that
a little
bit. One more for Coach from Mike Regalado. Can you please comment on the defense of the Bruins and how you were able to limit UConn today?
Well, we were able to score well enough and get the kind of shots enough times that they weren't able to get out in transition, and that's where they get so many of their points is right down the middle, rim running, and also turning people over. We made some poor decisions, but most of them weren't live ball turnovers. The few that were live ball turnovers that led to the other end, but I thought defensively, if we were able to limit those things on offense, it would help our defense. And so, we were able to play personnel and do some different things with our ball screen defense. And, I still think we have room to grow. But our ability to get stops allowed us to play the way we want to play on offense. And it allowed us to, I thought, not have to deal with some of their trapping and getting in passing lanes because we were able to attack before they set their defense.
One from Gavin Carlson, Daily Bruin. First for charisma, and also, Coach, if you'd like to comment afterwards. 2 years ago, you played UConn in the Never Forget Tribute Classic. The game went a little bit differently. Can you speak a little bit about this win and how? What does this win say about how far the program has come since this matchup in 2021?
Yeah, I think Coach Corey said in the locker room, that was a different team back then, both UCLA and UConn, so it's kind of hard to compare the two games, but I think this game, our team just stayed together and our coaches did a good job adjusting, and I think that's just the most important part, just continue to compete and stay together and come out with the win.
Right. I think that bottom line is I'm proud of our players, and all I care about is our team continuing to grow and get better. That was 2 years ago. They have set the bar for women's basketball in the last 20 years. Credit to them. And they're a lot of why we play the way we play. I mean, credit to that. But that was then, and this is now, and this is our team, and this is where we're going.
Great. Gonna cut it off there. Thank you everyone for joining us on Zoom. We'll make sure we had a camera in the press conference, so we'll get this uploaded as soon as possible and send it out to you as soon as we can.
All right.
Thank you, everyone.
Guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. It was a good time.